You've probably been told, just keep walking. It's good for you. And yes, movement is medicine, but what if I told you that too much walking, done the wrong way, could actually be speeding up the aging process? Sounds shocking, right? But stick with me, because this could change the way you move for the rest of your life. The hidden side of healthy habits. You see, I recently met Mr. Howard, a lively 74-year-old who proudly walked over 10,000 steps every single day. But despite all that effort, he felt more tired, more stiff, and less balanced than ever. That's when I asked him a simple question. Are you walking for your health, or just walking because someone told you it's healthy? And that's exactly what we're diving into today. Why overwalking after 70 can actually stress your joints, drain your energy, and even accelerate signs of aging, and more importantly, what smarter, safer movement looks like instead. Before we go further, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt more sore or worn out after your walks lately? Do you feel like your body is telling you something, but you're not quite sure what? Drop a comment below if that sounds like you, or even if you're just curious. Let's see how many of us are unknowingly doing too much of a good thing. Don't worry, this isn't about walking less. It's about walking smarter. So stay with me, because in the next part, we'll explore the one change you can make today to move better, feel stronger, and yes, even age slower. And remember, it's never too late to move forward, just in a better direction. Muscle is the root of the tree when the roots are strong. The tree stands tall. I want you to imagine your body as a beautiful, thriving tree. Your arms are the branches, your posture is the trunk, but your muscles? They're the roots. And like any tree, if the roots begin to wither, the whole tree becomes unstable. Professor Stuart Phillips from McMaster University, one of the world's leading researchers in muscle physiology, once said, skeletal muscle is the organ of longevity, not the heart, not the brain. It's the muscles that determine how long and how well we live. But here's the surprising part. After age 70, simply walking every day is no longer enough to keep your muscles strong. Yes, walking is great for your heart and your mood, but your muscles need something more deliberate. They need resistance. Why walking isn't enough after 70? When we're younger, everyday movements are enough to maintain muscle mass. But as we age, our body naturally goes through a process called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle. According to a 2014 study published in Age and Aging, adults can lose up to 3 to 5% of muscle mass each decade after age 30, and the rate accelerates after 60. By age 70, you could have lost nearly 30% of your original muscle mass. And if we don't do anything about it, that loss doesn't just lead to weakness, it increases your risk of falls, fractures, and even hospitalizations. That's why I always tell my patients, walking keeps the leaves green, but resistance training keeps the roots alive. Gentle strength equals powerful protection. Now, don't worry, I'm not asking you to deadlift 200 pounds or join a bodybuilding gym. Even gentle resistance training can have profound effects. In fact, Dr. Roger Fielding of Tufts University, a pioneer in aging and physical performance, found that even low-intensity strength training can significantly improve mobility and balance in adults over 70. Here are 3 simple ways to water your roots and keep those muscles thriving. 1. Chair stands. This is one of the most powerful movements you can do at home. No equipment needed. Sit in a sturdy chair. Cross your arms over your chest or hold onto the arms if you need support. Stand up slowly, then sit back down. Repeat 10 times, once or twice a day. This mimics the squat, one of the most functional and important strength movements, because if you can get out of a chair confidently, you can live independently longer. 2. Resistance bands. They're inexpensive, lightweight, and effective. You can do exercises like bicep curls, leg extensions, or shoulder presses while sitting or standing. Studies from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy show that resistance band training can improve strength and flexibility just as well as traditional weights, with lower risk of injury. 3. Light dumbbells or water bottles. You don't need fancy equipment. Even 2 water bottles can do the trick. Start with simple movements. Overhead press, arm curls, side raises. Just 10 to 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week can build muscle and confidence. Strong muscles equals strong mind. Here's the real magic. When you strengthen your body, you're also strengthening your mind. A fascinating study from the University of Sydney in 2017 showed that older adults who engaged in resistance training twice a week had significantly better cognitive performance than those who didn't. Let that sink in. Training your muscles trains your brain. You're not just protecting your body from falls, you're protecting your memories, your independence, your joy. It's never too late to replant the roots. You might be thinking, I'm too old to start now. But let me share with you the story of Mr. Robert. He came to me at age 82. He used a walker, had fallen twice, and felt like his days of strength were over. We started simple, just standing from a chair 5 times a day. Then we added resistance bands. 3 months later, he was walking unaided, standing straighter, and even lifting grocery bags with ease. He said, "Dr. Carter, I feel like someone gave me my body back." That's the power of rooted strength. And the truth is, you can start too, today. Whether you're 60, 70, or 90, your muscles are waiting to be awakened. Quick self-check. Let's do a little test together, right now. 1. Sit in a chair. 2. Cross your arms. 3. Try standing up without using your hands. Could you do it easily? Struggled a bit? Couldn't do it? That's your body sending you a message. It's not a failure, it's a signal. A signal that your roots need a little love. And the good news? You can start nurturing them today. If you're someone who's ever feared falling, whether it's a tiny trip in the kitchen or a full-on stumble outdoors, you are not alone. But here's something you might not have heard enough. Falls are not an inevitable part of aging. That's right. They are preventable, manageable, and in many cases, reversible. Today, I want to talk to you about something that sounds simple but is deeply powerful: balance. Or, as I like to call it, balance like you're climbing a mountain, one steady step, 1,000 safe ones. Let me ask you something. Can you stand on one foot for 10 seconds without holding onto anything? If you just tried it and started wobbling like a Jell-O dessert, don't worry. You're not failing. You're listening to your body. And that's the first step to preventing falls and reclaiming your confidence. The fall epidemic, what the research says. According to a landmark report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, 1 in 4 adults aged 65 and older falls each year. Falls are the leading cause of both fatal and non-fatal injuries in this age group. But here's what's truly alarming. After a fall, many older adults reduce their physical activity due to fear, which ironically leads to muscle weakness and increased fall risk, says Dr. Dawn Skelton, professor of aging and health at Glasgow Caledonian University. It's a vicious cycle. Fear leads to inaction, which leads to weakness, which leads to more falls. But the good news? You can break this cycle, and it starts with intentional movement. Why balance training works? It's more than standing still. Think of balance not as standing still, but as your body's ability to respond quickly to change, like walking on uneven ground, turning quickly, or reaching for something up high. It's dynamic, responsive, and learnable. In fact, Dr. Jennifer M. Miller from Stanford University explains, balance training activates both the neuromuscular system and the brain, improving proprioception, your body's ability to know where it is in space. Translation? You're not just training muscles, you're training your inner GPS. Simple balance exercises that can transform your life. Let me introduce you to 3 exercises that can feel small but are powerfully effective. You don't need a gym. You don't even need a yoga mat. Just a stable surface and a sprinkle of courage. 1. The flamingo stand. Stand tall, hold a chair for support if needed, and slowly lift one foot off the ground. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch. Tip: do this while brushing your teeth or waiting for your tea to steep. Make it part of your day. 2. Heel-to-toe walk, straight line walk. Walk forward in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other. Think of it like walking on a tightrope, only your kitchen floor is the rope. 3. Weight shift sway. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart. Gently shift your weight from left to right, slowly and deliberately. This helps your core and legs learn to stabilize under change. Balance equals confidence equals freedom. Let's talk about Robert, 77 years old. A retired postman who stopped walking to the corner store because of one bad fall. After practicing simple balance drills for 3 months, he told me, "Dr. Carter, I don't just walk now. I strut." That's the power of balance. It's not just physical. It's deeply emotional. It gives you the freedom to walk to the park, dance at your granddaughter's wedding, or simply get up from your favorite chair without hesitation. The science of rebuilding stability. A study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy showed that just 15 minutes a day of balance training over a 6-week period reduced fall risk by up to 35%. Imagine what 15 minutes a day can give you back. The vestibular system, your body's inner balance center, can be trained just like any other muscle group. Explains Dr. Michael Johnson, a leading urologist at Johns Hopkins. The more you challenge it, the more resilient it becomes. So yes, your body is still capable of learning, adapting, and strengthening, even if you're 65, 75, or 85. It's never too late. The hidden perk: training your brain. Balance doesn't just help prevent falls. It strengthens your mental agility. When you practice shifting your weight or standing on one foot, your brain is actively firing, recalculating, rebalancing, and building new neural pathways. In fact, a study from Harvard Medical School links regular balance-focused movement to reduced risk of cognitive decline. So while you're standing on one foot, you're also sharpening your mind. Win-win. Let's get real. You don't have to be a mountain climber. Balance training doesn't mean you need to start doing Tai Chi on a cliff. It means showing up every day for you. It means refusing to let fear shrink your world. Remember, you're not just training to avoid a fall. You're training to live boldly. Your mountain is waiting. So, what does balance like climbing a mountain really mean? It means understanding that each steady step you take today makes 1,000 steps tomorrow safer. It means honoring your body, not for what it used to do, but for what it can still do. It means reclaiming your confidence, your independence, and your spark. Let's wrap this up, friend. If there's one thing I want you to take away today, it's this. You are not fragile. You are capable. You are climbing your own mountain, and every day you train your balance. You plant your flag a little higher. So go ahead, try standing on one foot right now. Wobble? Smile. That's your body saying, let's get stronger together. And if this message hit home for you, do me a favor. Comment one below, share your balance story, even the wobbly ones. And pass this along to a friend who might need a little nudge to take that first steady step. Together, let's grow a forest of strong, confident movers, each one rooted in strength, steadiness, and joy. Because remember, every mountain begins with a single step, and every step is stronger when you find your balance. A body as flexible as a willow branch. It's not just poetic, it's essential. Flexibility isn't about doing splits or yoga headstands, unless you want to, of course. It's about being able to bend without breaking, to tie your shoes, turn your head while driving, or reach up to a shelf without wincing in pain. Because here's the truth: stiffness ages us faster than birthdays ever could. 1. Why flexibility matters more than ever after 60. As we age, our muscles naturally lose elasticity. Our tendons tighten, joints get stiff, and range of motion decreases. And with that comes the small annoyances: groaning as we get out of chairs, needing 2 hands to put on socks, or struggling to look behind while backing up the car. But it doesn't have to be this way. According to a study published in the Journals of Gerontology by Dr. Hiroshi Mitani, a Japanese geriatric researcher, elderly adults who practiced just 10 minutes of daily stretching showed improved posture, reduced fall risk, and less joint pain over a 12-week period. These weren't athletes. They were everyday seniors, just like you and me. Dr. Mitani puts it perfectly. The aging body responds well to gentle, consistent movement. It remembers how to move freely, if you remind it. 2. Meet Rosa, 74, the willow woman of her retirement community. Let me tell you about Rosa. Rosa is 74 years old, lives in Arizona, and was once convinced her stiffness was just a fact of life. I'm old, she told me. My body is supposed to feel like an old barn door. But after a minor fall, thankfully no serious injury, her daughter bought her a simple stretching program on DVD. She started doing 5-minute stretches every morning, nothing intense, just gentle movements for her neck, shoulders, hips, and calves. After 2 weeks, she noticed she could reach her toes again. After 2 months, she could twist, bend, even dance with her grandkids without fear. Now everyone in her building calls her the Willow Woman, and she laughs. Better than being the rusty gate lady. 3. The science. What stretching does to the aging body. Let's get into the science. But don't worry, I'll keep it light. Dr. Len Kravitz, exercise physiologist at the University of New Mexico, explains. As we stretch, we stimulate mechanoreceptors in our muscles that signal the brain to relax tension. It's like turning down the volume on chronic tightness. Here's what stretching actually does for you. Increases blood flow to your muscles and joints, keeps tissues healthy. Improves posture, reducing back and neck pain. Boosts mobility so you can move more freely. Reduces fall risk by improving balance and joint stability. Lowers cortisol, stress hormone, helping you feel calm and grounded. And perhaps most importantly, it makes you feel younger, not just in body, but in spirit. You don't realize how tight you were until you loosen up. 4. Daily stretching, as easy as brushing your teeth. You don't need to join a fancy yoga class or twist like a pretzel. Here's what I recommend. The Willow routine, 5 minutes a day. 1. Neck rolls. Gently roll your head in circles, 1 minute. 2. Shoulder circles, forward and backward, 1 minute. 3. Side reaches. Reach one arm overhead, lean sideways, 1 minute. 4. Seated hamstring stretch. Sit down, extend one leg, reach toward toes, 1 minute. 5. Ankle circles and toe points, while sitting, 1 minute. That's it. Do it before breakfast or after brushing your teeth. Pair it with music you love. Make it your ritual. Ask yourself, can I lift both arms above my head comfortably? Can I turn and look behind without stiffness? Can I sit on the floor and get back up easily? If not, start stretching today. What other experts say? Don't just take my word for it. Dr. David Sinclair, longevity expert from Harvard, said in a recent interview, mobility is one of the strongest predictors of healthy aging. Flexibility routines not only preserve muscle function, but actually contribute to cellular health and regeneration. And in a landmark report from the American College of Sports Medicine, they concluded that adults over 65 who perform flexibility exercises at least 3 times per week report fewer incidents of joint pain, better mental health, and longer independence. Your body is listening. What are you saying to it? I want you to pause here and imagine something. Imagine you're standing in a field, and the wind is blowing gently. Around you are trees. Some are stiff and brittle, already showing cracks. But there's one tree, a willow, its branches swaying, bending, and moving with the wind. That's the image I want for your body. Because when we resist life's forces, gravity, age, stress, we crack. But when we stay soft, we flow. Your flexibility is your resilience. Ready to start? Here's your challenge. Do the Willow routine every day for 7 days. Leave a comment below. Day 1. I'm becoming the Willow. Tag a friend who needs to loosen up. Gently, of course. This is your sign. This is your nudge. Because you are not a dry, brittle stick. You are still a living, growing, graceful tree. And every stretch, every breath, every little motion is a way to whisper to your body, thank you. I still believe in you. Let this be the beginning of a new kind of movement. A gentler, kinder, and more graceful way to age. Because it's never too late to move like a willow. And it's never too early to start. See you tomorrow. Same time, same stretch. With love and movement. Dr. Emily Carter. A strong core can literally buy you more years of independence. More walks. More hugs. More freedom. So today, let me show you the 5 core truths every older adult should know, backed by science. Real people, and some very simple actions you can take today. Because as I always say, it's never too late to plan a stronger tomorrow. Core truth number 1. Your core is more than just abs. Let's bust a myth. When people hear core, they think six-pack abs, flat stomachs, fitness models. But that's only part of the story. Your core includes your abdominal muscles, sure. But it also includes your lower back muscles, obliques, pelvic floor, and even parts of your glutes. As Dr. Stuart McGill, Professor Emeritus at the University of Waterloo and world-renowned spine biomechanist, says, your core is not about motion. It's about preventing motion, controlling it. What does that mean? It means your core is what stops you from wobbling. It's what helps you get out of a chair without using your arms. It's what keeps your posture upright instead of hunched. Your lower back pain-free. And your balance steady. When the core weakens, the whole structure suffers. And let me tell you, you don't need a gym membership to strengthen your core. Sometimes, it starts with something as simple as this. Right now, tighten your belly button inward. Just gently, like you're zipping up a snug coat. That's your core activating. Small, gentle movements like this are the bricks that build your temple pillar. Core truth number 2. Stand tall, breathe deep. Posture isn't just about looking good. It's about spinal health. It's about oxygen intake. It's even about mood. In a study from Harvard, researchers found that people who sat and stood with good posture reported higher levels of confidence and resilience compared to those who slouched. And here's the kicker, they also breathed better. When you're hunched over, your lungs can't expand. Your organs get compressed. Your back starts to ache. But when you sit or stand tall, boom, everything realigns. So here's your daily ritual. Every time you sit down today, take a second. Gently pull in your belly. Roll your shoulders back. And lift the crown of your head like there's a string pulling you upward. Even just 5 minutes of mindful posture per day can change how your body feels and how your mind feels inside it. Per truth number 3, protect your back, protect your freedom. Let me introduce you to Frank, 74. He's a retired woodworker from Oregon. Last year, he told me, "Emily, I can't even bend down to tie my shoes without my back screaming." But guess what? Frank didn't need surgery. He didn't need pain pills. He needed gentle, guided core exercises to rebuild his stability. We started simple. Pelvic tilts on a chair, seated side twists, wall stands. In 8 weeks, he was bending down, lifting light weights again, and walking taller. "It's like I found my spine again," he laughed. Science backs Frank up. According to the Mayo Clinic, her strength is key in preventing and relieving lower back pain, especially in aging adults. So if you've been blaming your age for back pain, I have news for you. It's not your age. It's your core calling out for help. Core truth number 4. Stability is the new strength. We don't need to be bodybuilders. We don't need to run marathons. We need to get up without help. We need to walk without fear of falling. We need to lift a bag of groceries without feeling like it'll throw our back out. These are real wins. And they all come from core stability. A study from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that older adults who practiced core stability exercises had significantly fewer falls than those who didn't. Let's try one now. While standing, place one hand on a chair for support. Gently lift one knee to hip level. Hold for 5 seconds. Repeat on the other side. Feel your belly engage? That's your core waking up. This isn't just movement. This is your body reclaiming control. Core truth number 5. It's never too late to begin. Here's the most powerful truth of all. I've worked with people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, even 90s, who thought they were too old to strengthen their core. They were wrong. Dr. Wayne Westcott, professor of exercise science at Quincy College, found that even 80-year-olds can double their strength in just 10 weeks of light core-focused training. That's not a miracle. That's biology. And biology says, if you give your muscles a reason, they will respond. So no, it's not too late. Not for you. Not for your body. Not for your independence. Final thoughts. Build your temple pillar. Your core is like the pillar of a grand temple. Your temple. When it's strong, the rest of the structure stands proud. When it weakens, the walls begin to sag. But just like a garden can bloom again with sunlight and water, your core can be rebuilt with small, consistent care. So today, I challenge you. Start with just one simple core move, standing tall, seated twist, knee lift. Keep it going 5 minutes a day. And when you feel that strength return, smile because that's your freedom coming back to life. Move like water, gentle, fluid, resilient. Because when it comes to protecting your joints, the magical hinges that keep you walking, reaching, hugging, and dancing, how you move matters just as much as how often you move. The wisdom of water, movement without damage. If muscles are the roots, as one of my beloved mentors used to say, then joints are the connectors, the elegant bridges between limbs and life. Imagine this. You're a beautiful old tree, strong, seasoned. But when the wind blows, too hard, too fast, branches snap. What keeps them safe is flexibility, not force. The same goes for your body. Instead of high-impact, jarring exercises that pound your joints, low-impact movement is the gold standard for aging joints. And this isn't just my opinion. Leading researchers like Dr. David Felsen, professor of medicine and epidemiology at Boston University, have shown that joint-friendly exercise can significantly slow cartilage loss and reduce inflammation in people with osteoarthritis and aging-related joint issues. So what does that look like in real life? Let's dive in. 1. Swimming, the joint savior. Meet Robert, 76, a retired firefighter with knees that used to scream every time he stood up. I thought my active days were over, he told me, until he discovered the pool. Swimming is magic for the joints. Why? Because in water, your body feels lighter by up to 90%. That means your knees, hips, and spine aren't bearing your full weight, but you're still strengthening muscles and improving circulation. In a 2021 study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, older adults who swam regularly reported less joint pain, better sleep, and improved mobility over a 12-week period. As Robert puts it, the water holds me, and I get to move without fear. 2. Cycling, smooth, circular strength. If swimming isn't accessible, how about hopping on a stationary bike, or even a real one if the weather is kind? Cycling, especially at low resistance, gives you circular, repetitive motion that gently lubricates your joints without jarring impact. Dr. Jeffrey Katz from Harvard Medical School highlights cycling as one of the top exercises for joint health. It keeps joints moving, encourages synovial fluid production, and strengthens supporting muscles, all without the pounding of jogging or jumping. Try it for just 10 to 15 minutes a day, and notice how your knees begin to sigh in relief. 3. Tai Chi, the ancient flow. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Dr. Carter, I'm not getting on a bike or diving into a pool. And that's okay, because I've got something even gentler, Tai Chi. Tai Chi is like meditation in motion, slow, deliberate movements that enhance balance, reduce stiffness, and promote a deep connection between your mind and body. One of my favorite studies, led by Dr. Chunshin Wang at Tufts Medical Center, found that Tai Chi reduced knee pain in older adults with osteoarthritis by up to 30% and boosted mood and confidence too. Even just 10 minutes in the morning can center your body and ease the tightness in your shoulders, hips, and knees. 4. Chair yoga, strength with a seat. Yes, you heard right. You don't have to get on the floor to do yoga. Chair yoga is a life changer, especially if balance or mobility are concerns. Picture this: gentle stretching, light twists, and deep breaths, all while comfortably seated. You're improving joint flexibility, core strength, and even lung capacity. Dr. Nina Nyo Sanford, a radiation oncologist who introduced chair yoga to her patients during recovery, calls it one of the most accessible forms of healing movement for older adults. And the results? Improved mobility, lower stress levels, and fewer aches. 5. Small swaps equals big wins. I always tell my patients, movement doesn't have to be monumental. It just has to be mindful. Here are a few ways you can start moving like water today. Swap one walk a week with a swim, Tai Chi class, or chair yoga video. Warm up your joints each morning by rolling your shoulders, wrists, and ankles in slow, circular motions. Use gentle resistance bands instead of weights to strengthen your limbs without stress. Listen to your body. If it feels strained, you're moving against it, not with it. And don't forget to hydrate. Your joints are like sponges, and without enough water, they can't cushion you properly. Quick check-in. Are you moving with or against your body? Let's play a little self-check game. Can you rise from a chair without pushing off with your hands? Can you rotate your shoulders without hearing a pop-pop-pop symphony? Do you feel looser after your exercise, or tighter? If you're answering no, not really, or ouch, it's okay. That just means it's time to adjust the flow. Final thoughts. Your body is a garden. Let me leave you with this. Your body is not a broken machine. It's a living, breathing garden. The more gently you tend to it, with water, movement, and patience, the more it will bloom. So start small. Start kind. But start today. Comment below and tell me, which of these fluid movements will you try first? Let's inspire each other, because motion, my friend, is the medicine of life. And remember, it's never, ever too late to move like water. With love and motion, Dr. Emily Carter, your movement-obsessed friend in a white coat. So here's what I want you to remember. Walking isn't the enemy, but the wrong kind of walking. Especially when we ignore what our bodies are whispering or sometimes screaming, can quietly speed up the very aging we're trying to prevent. But the good news? You're in control. With just a few small adjustments, smarter steps, joint-friendly movements, and the right recovery, you can move not only better, but younger. Imagine your body as a beautiful garden. At 70, 75, even 85, it's not too late to prune what no longer serves you and plant something new. And with the right care, that garden can still bloom brighter than ever.